Watch this story in full. Subscribe, comment and like my channel, Green Mythology, for mythology and history. Gateway 2, the captivating worlds of ancient myth. Now watch the story in full please. The salty spray of the Aegean Sea kissed Perseus's face as his trireme cut through the waves, a stark contrast to the grim resolve in his heart. His quest, gifted by the conniving King Polydectes, was to bring back the head of Medusa, the Gorgon whose very gaze turned flesh to unyielding stone. It was a fool's errand, designed to be his doom, but Perseus, blessed by the Olympians, was no ordinary fool. For years, Medusa had haunted the nightmares of mortals. Once a beautiful priestess, her vanity had angered Athena, who cursed her with serpentine hair and a gaze of lethal power. Banished to a desolate island, her sorrow festered into monstrous rage, and the shores around her lair became a macabre garden of petrified men, frozen mid-scream, mid-flight, mid-reach. Each statue was a testament to the swift, unforgiving judgment of her eyes. Perseus, however, was armed with more than just courage. Hermes had gifted him winged sandals, allowing him to glide through the air with the speed of a hawk. Athena, ever strategic, provided a highly polished bronze shield, a mirror to confront the monster without meeting her direct gaze. And Hades, lord of the underworld, lent him his helm of invisibility, a crucial advantage in approaching the lair unseen. As they neared the island, a hush fell over the crew. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of ancient dust and a faint, unsettling chill. Skeletal trees, their branches twisted like arthritic fingers, clawed at a sky perpetually overcast. Perseus donned the helm of invisibility, vanishing from his crew's sight, and took to the air, the winged sandals humming softly. He found Medusa's lair, a dark cave carved into the cliff face, surrounded by the horrifying statues. A sailor, eternally frozen in the act of begging. A warrior, mid-swing with a petrified sword. Each face contorted in an expression of final, inescapable terror. The silence was absolute, broken only by the slither of scales from within the cave. Peering around the entrance, Perseus saw her. Medusa, her serpentine hair wreathed, a nest of vipers hissing softly, their forked tongues flickering. Her eyes, luminous and predatory, swept across the cave, seeking any unfortunate soul to add to her collection. Perseus, using the polished shield as a mirror, moved cautiously, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. He saw her reflection, distorted but clear, and knew his only chance was precision. He waited, patiently, for the perfect moment. Medusa, restless, shifted, her gaze momentarily fixed on a stalactite. This was it. With a silent prayer to Athena, Perseus lunged, guided by the reflection in his shield. He swung his adamantine sword with all his might, aiming for the neck. The blow was true. A sickening crunch echoed through the cave, followed by a shower of scales and a guttural shriek that chilled Perseus to the bone, even as he averted his eyes from the severed head. The body of Medusa thrashed for a moment before collapsing, the serpentine hair falling limp. From the pooling blood, two winged creatures, Pegasus and Chrysia, sprang forth, fulfilling an ancient prophecy. Perseus quickly snatched the still writhing head, careful to keep his eyes from its lethal gaze, and placed it into the magical sack provided by Athena. The air in the cave, once heavy with dread, now felt lighter, though the petrified garden outside remained, a grim monument to Medusa's cursed power. Returning to his ship, Perseus revealed the sack. The crew gasped, some recoiling in horror, others in awe. The impossible had been achieved. Medusa's gaze, once an instrument of terror, was now a weapon in Perseus's hands, a tool he would later use to save Andromeda from the sea monster Cetus and to depose the tyrannical Polydectes, turning the unjust king and his courtiers into stone, a fitting end for those who sought to exploit the power of Medusa's curse. The legend of Medusa's deadly gaze would live on, a cautionary tale of hubris and a testament to the hero who dared to face it.